every year, one of the biggest things I look forward to is the Notre Dame starting quarterback job. It's something to marvel at, something to just really kind of try to wrap your fingers around it, because it seems like sometimes you never know who it's going to be. And the fact that it is Riley Leonard, it starts out promising. He doesn't have the best passing game, but his poise, moxie, ability to concentrate, make some big throws, some huge runs throughout the game. That stuff is great news. Didn't lose the game, didn't throw an INT. So it's always interesting to see, who's going to be the quarterback as you head into the season. Previously, Riley Leonard has spent 3 years quarterbacking Duke. And so over there, he would complete 382 passes on 618 attempts for 4,450 yards and 24 touchdowns. His 2023 season was cut short due to ankle injury. And oddly enough, it was sustained against Notre Dame in Week 5 when Duke was 4-0. So Leonard's performances against the Irish and other teams impressed Notre Dame head coach Marcus Freeman in his third season. So when he decided, I'm going into the transfer portal, Notre Dame jumped on Leonard. And oddly enough, well, I want to say good for us. Of course, the jury's still out, but so far I like this kid. Notre Dame was the only school that he visited. And he said that he just felt that connection. Also, another reason is because Riley Leonard's great-grandfather, James Curran, played at Notre Dame in the early 40s. So, how about that for family legacy tie-in? Notre Dame would start the season out ranked number 7 at the beginning of the season. We beat Texas A&M, much to the uncertainty of many, and moved to number 5. And while Riley Leonard isn't solely responsible for this, again, the fact that he was able to play a smart game, not turn the ball over was critical. He says that, this is his dream plan for the Irish. And one thing I really like about this kid is, his intelligence and his faith-based journey and wisdom. The fact that he's, deeply, into God in terms of just the way he carries himself, just in terms of the inscriptions on his band, his custom bands on his arm, thanking God after the game. Just, and a lot of players do that, but it's the way he carries himself, says that he's an avid individual that partakes in Bible study, even got his teammates, going to Bible study with him, and, salute, because in these perilous times, and I'm not about to preach, but these perilous times, these crazy times, to see someone glorify God, they definitely headed in the right direction. So, if everything ends for him in terms of being a quarterback after this season, I will say that, hey, it's not about that. It's about the fact that this young kid's head is in the right place, his faith is in the right place, and his leadership is just, outstanding in terms of just the way he just brings everything together on the field. I just feel like the confidence radiates from him. So sometimes, guys, it's not about having a quarterback that can pass all the time for 400, 500 yards. Sometimes it's about having a smart quarterback who will make the right reads, the right throws, in a timely manner that will, manage the ball, and not in such a conservative way that you don't score, but in a way that you don't have any turnovers. And, hey, huge salute to Riley Leonard. Seems like we're talking about him a lot, right? So hopefully he don't let us down and he goes out there against an IU and have a big game. I think our running backs, will bring the heat again. Maybe Jeremiah Love or Jadarian Price. can go for 2 touchdowns this game. Wishful thinking. I mean, you never know. Again, I think next we'll be talking about the Notre Dame NIU matchup. We'll be talking and touching on that a little bit. But yeah, just a tremendous faith angle for Riley to be, into the faith. And I don't want to call it an angle because it's a real thing, because he even said this, and this is very touching. Riley said, what did he say here? Okay, I'll tell you this. Now the Irish appears to have an inside track on a berth in the new 12-team college football playoff. I'm getting to it right now what Riley said. According to ESPN Analytics, Notre Dame has the greatest chance of winning each of its remaining 11 games. We'll talk about this more later, including a regular season finale on the road against USC. We'll definitely talk more about that later. But right here it says, yet as Leonard lives out a dream, a plan for the Irish, and has aspirations of chasing a national title, he seeks to also continue to grow spiritually. He has said being raised in Fairhope, Alabama, shaped a lot of who he is and his beliefs. Every single person in that city, this is what he said right here, every single person in that city that I came into contact with helped me with my faith. I'm able to bring that here to Notre Dame. Obviously, that's the most important thing in my life. Bravo, that's awesome. And that's what I'm saying. Bravo, that's awesome. And to continue, Leonard said this February, according to the Irish Tribune, when I go to bed at night, I'm not thinking how many touchdown passes did I throw. Did we win or lose? I'm thinking, did I better my relationship with Jesus Christ? Did I treat my girlfriend with respect? Did I call my parents? Hey, I mean, in the world where we say it's all about, instant gratification, success, not failing, winning is everything. This kid's head is in the right place. I mean, is he talented? Yes. Can he be better? Yes. But his faith is truly in the right place, and that we got a great leader, because he just believes, and that's what we need. We need quarterback truly believe. And I can't say I completely trust in his on-field game yet. We have to continue to win. We cannot lose games that we should not. But his faith is just tremendously located in the right place. And before I go, I thought this was amazing as well. He sometimes posts about his faith on Instagram, and he wrote in his bio, "No God, N-O, no God, N-O, peace, no peace." So no God, no peace. No God, K-N-O-W, God, K-N-O-W, peace. So no God, no peace. No God, no peace. And I thought that was just touching, very smart, clever, but amazing. So we'll see what happens. Notre Dame will take on NIU in South Bend, Indiana, Saturday, 3:30 Eastern Standard Time. That is something we will talk more about. But yeah, I think that it was important for me to touch on this kid's faith. I think it'll take him a long way on and off the field. So, we'll be back with more Notre Dame content. This is Big Pig of the Gridiron, Notre Dame topics, Chicago Bears topics, and I'll catch y'all later.